Everything's on. Everything's in the right spot. I think. I was watching something on the news because I've been glued to the news. And yesterday was a very, very, very rough day in the news with the horrible, horrible stuff happening in Israel. Oh, you can't see this yet. But they said there aren't enough people talking about it. It should be on everybody's mind. It should be on everybody's tragedy, horrible experience list. I'm like, you know what? That's true. So I'm going to talk about it. It's horrible. I've been to Israel. I've been to a kibbutz, not down by the Gaza Strip. It was more around Tiberias. The first part of my trip, I was there for 2 weeks. The first part of my trip was spent up at Tiberias and the Sea of Galilee. The second part of our trip was based in Jerusalem, and we, did day trips everywhere from there. We did not go into the Palestinian areas. Saw lots and lots of border walls. Went to the very northern section that you can go to. Saw the UN in between Syria. I guess I went in 2008. Was that Syria then, or was that Lebanon? I don't know. I saw the UN encampments between the next place. I saw tons of radar towers and listening device satellite dishes, I guess, from those eras. That was before drones, I guess, were everywhere. It was a beautiful country. It was a beautiful trip. Everybody was super nice to us. Everybody. It's just tragic. Tragic. I mean, I can't talk about the conditions because I'll do what the newscasters did yesterday. I'll just start crying. I mean, it's in the name of hate. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. Okay. Woo. Okay. So let's go to something evil. We're going to talk about pagan, because pagan practices are in this book a little bit, but they're in there. Some say Halloween is a pagan holiday. I choose not to focus on that part of it ever. But my background is all black and white. And I did do last night, full disclosure, I painted a little bit more black here and here and a little bit on the envelope, just so that all of this blends in. This was already done. I don't want to touch this. I love this. This I did at home. And it's not a photocopy. It's the actual collage. And then I painted on top of it and painted some more and collaged and painted some more. And that was in last month's video. The construction of all of this is in last month's series. But I have cutouts that I got from my ephemera books that I showed you yesterday. And those I brought with me. And I cut out around the edges because I just tore them out before I left home. But I want to have something that everything can kind of... Now, this is cream paper. But I don't think most of this is white. Now, this has got a little bit of brown in it. And somewhere I saw yellow. So we're going to go with yellow and black. But I'm trying to make some background paper for all these stickers and things and ephemera bits that I cut out. So I'm thinking, this came to me last night. See if I put that behind that. Maybe a little bit bigger. And they all just kind of have a uniform backing paper. And not very much of it, granted. And I don't want it solid. I kind of want it just like that. So I don't know if I want to get this wet. Or if I do, it's going to have to be a teeny tiny paintbrush. Do I have a teeny tiny paintbrush unpacked? Oh, I do. I have, I love this thing. Can you tell this water brush is well loved? I love this thing. I left it here. I wish I had taken it home. I haven't used a water brush in a long time. But I'm going to paint these and let this all dry. And hopefully it'll dry because we have a solid band of rain all day. What do you do with a dog who does not like to go out in the rain? I don't know. I do have potty pads here, but he has an aversion to potty pads too. Don't forget spoiled dog syndrome here. Anyhow, did I tell you that the golf cart ran out of juice on me again? I was down by my favorite house, which they said they will never sell. It's a teeny tiny house, but it's right on the beach. And, I mean, literally. And it would have to be remodeled because it's ancient everything. And, I mean, like way pre-89. I'm trying to make sure I have spots. Yeah, that's plenty big for that one. Anyhow, I got to the corner of that house because I go and check on it about every other day to make sure it's still there. Just to say hi, pay homage to my house, to my home. And the golf cart just goes, bloop. Sorry, not going anymore. I'm like, what the heck? And then I look down at the little charge dial and it's sitting on white, which means charge. Like, I just charged it the night before. I was like, how did it run out of juice already? But it did. And so, like a stupid woman, I called my husband. Not a stupid woman, but a not very independent woman. Called my husband, who's, 3 hours away. And he said, hold on, I'll call the office, which is, here. I could call them myself, I guess. And he told him where I was. And I played some games on my phone. Thank God I brought my phone with me, because sometimes I don't when I'm on the golf cart. I just, untether from your phone. And I think I'm going to do, this piece of paper is much longer. So I think I'm going to do something like, anyhow, they finally came. It took them a while, but they got there. And they brought me back to the house. I told them I could walk, and they're like, no, come on, we'll take you. I said, what about your dog? I said, he can sit in my lap. And like, okay. So, because they don't have any room but for 2 people. And not at that, hardly. Anyhow, so they took it on to the repair shop here, because they have a ton of golf carts that they rent here. So they have a little repair shop. And solenoid, don't ask me what that is. And we had noticed that the lights weren't working to drive it at night, which they may have gotten damaged in the hurricane last year. And we just have, well, yeah, we have used it at night. But anyhow, so they brought it back about 2 o'clock. So I didn't trust it. Oh, that's not true. I started to drive it, and it was still saying, the dial was still saying charge. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to take it back and charge it, because it may not have been charging well the 2 other times I've charged it since I've been here. Okay, that's good. So, but today it is pouring. And it looks, I just looked it up. I'm just going to do a tiny bit of yellow. It has to be in the outskirts, because everything's going to cover up the middle. But I just want a little bit. I don't want it to look like a bumblebee. Okay, oops, this one doesn't have any. And now I got to let this dry really well, because I don't have my heat gun here. I could have sworn I bought one when I got here, but darned if I can find it. I never found it last year either. There's a little spot right here, maybe. Anyhow, let's let that dry, and I'll be back. Going through my folder here. if I can find any stuff in here. Ooh, this would be good for pagan. Does she look like a gypsy? I guess I shouldn't say that. That's not very nice. Okay. All right. Couple things. We're on chapter 13. The au pair, Olga. What happened to her? Did she go back to Herzegovina? And is there a new will? Okay. All right. Let's just move this stuff aside. This is all dry. It's been a couple hours, truth be told. Just because I'm caught up in the news. All right. I think I'm going to glue these on here first. And then cut them out. Let's try that. So, now these images came from one of those Halloween ephemera books that I ordered. And they were all black and white. All right, it's going to be issues here because this is, even though this is sketch paper, so it's kind of got a tooth to it, it's still being a little bit cantankerous because there's paint on it. I'm trying to use up some of these extreme glue sticks first. Okay, here's a little one. There is a little bit of pagan stuff going on. Well, and you really don't know what's happening until at the end of the book, but there is paganism, is that how you say it? Mentioned a couple times. But then you find out why by the end. Okay, so I'm going to put this one here. And this is kind of a thicker paper, so I am going to just drop the Halloween stamp. I'm going to put double-sided tape on this. I need to bring some more double-sided. Well, this will probably last till... Will this last me 3 weeks? I think so. Probably not going home for 3 weeks. Which I accidentally had my... What is it? Don't trust a backwoods Southern lawyer. Is that what the song is? That t-shirt that I got. Got it sent to the house. I was like, rats. And it can't be redirected because it's already shipped, it said. Okay. So now I'm going to cut these out. I may have to redo some of the yellow because it looks like I'm going to end up cutting out most of the yellow. But I just wanted a little bit of something to frame these before I put them on more black and white. Because they're all kind of blending in. So, what is on the agenda today? It's raining. It's supposed to rain all day. And so far it has. The dog is miserable because he cannot get his paws wet. And he doesn't understand why I don't want to drive the golf cart in the rain. But there isn't anybody outside. I will say that. It's quiet. All right, let's cut out this book. It's like a book of spells. And there was a lot of beautiful artwork around this book, but I can only fit so much in here. And there's a little bit of wind. I can hear like the chairs upstairs. Like blowing enough in the wind that they're kind of like banging on the deck. Actually, I'm upstairs. Where is that coming from? Might be the chairs downstairs? I don't know. Okay, I'm not going to throw this away because there's still good stuff here. Put it in the basket. Okay. Now let's bring this back over. I kind of had these displayed last night, but now I don't remember how I had them. See, now they show up a little bit. That's the spell book. Here is the palmistry thing. Here's just a Grim Reaper type thing with, I don't think that's a Third Reich cross. No, I think it's just a pagan cross. Kind of put this here. I'm kind of worrying about folding this stuff, so I'm... I don't know if I'm going to put this on here. It's just not the right color scheme. But there's a couple of these Tim Holtz things that are kind of, you know, lead to problems. Ooh, I like this. When I say problems, I mean kind of like bad things. I can't talk. I'm toxic. I don't want this because it's red. And I don't know if I want her actually because she's going to mess with my color scheme. Poisons and drugs and bad things. What is this one? Metamorphosis Natural Parsagunda. I don't know, but it's kind of creepy enough. And that kind of balances this out. I know what that is. It's a flagpole that's banging in the wind. Just like it's slipping around inside the holder thing. Let's do this instead of these big 30 ones. Let's do this somewhere. I don't know. That kind of fills out that hole. Maybe like that. And I saw a lot of people on Tim Holtz's people doing 13s and 31s, so maybe I'll do like that. Yeah. Okay. All right, let's see what else is in this little stack of... This is his store-bought ephemera stuff. Ooh, here's another good one. Poison. Make it like a little cluster of these guys. So this is not arty, actually. This is more... Ooh, here's a better one. This is more actually like scrapbooking. Because it's all to me in my untrained brain. But I'm okay with that. So let's glue it down. Actually, these heavier things are going to require double-sided tape, I think. Just because this is all painted. And glue and paint don't like each other at times. And the fact that these are like a vintage looking is okay with me. Except that one's crooked. Because it's all kind of... I have enough of that in a triangle and enough of this other stuff in a wave that I'm okay. Ooh, I have a vest on. It's getting hot. Our temperature dropped. It's like in the 70s. But the dog doesn't understand why I'm not taking him on a golf car ride. Even though he won't go outside because it's raining. Like, okay, how do you think we're going to get to the golf cart? Crazy dog. He's really out of sorts. He does not like rain. And it is supposed to rain all day. I talked to my husband last night. I said, you better hurry up and get here. Oh, our granddaughter's coming tomorrow evening after school. And she and I are going to go see the sloth Saturday morning. So Sunday's video might have a slow start. If you understand my sloth talk. Our beach house is called Sea Sloth, S-E-A, Sloth. But we had to take that sign down because of the extra painting they had to do for the deck. So when my husband comes tomorrow, he'll put it back up. Because I guess they're done. They haven't been back, but it sure doesn't look finished to me. But what do I know? I didn't touch anything. I wanted Ken to see first. It's like, I don't get all this. But maybe I don't. What I don't know I don't know. Okay, I think that's all. Oh no, I gotta do that one too. So yeah, it's really kind of, there's nobody outside. I feel sorry for the people that are in trailers. I've been camping in a trailer as a kid when it was raining. It's not fun. You're cooped up. Nowadays you have telephones and games, but we didn't have all that stuff. So we had to play board games or read. We mostly read, I think, because my mom's was a huge reader. Huge proponent of reading. We always had library books with us on vacation, or even on the weekends when we'd go like out to Bodega Bay and stuff. We always had some kind of book. And she would bring, I remember one summer we had craft projects that she brought. I don't remember exactly what they were, but I think there was some, like, do you remember crochet cards? Were they crochet cards? No, they were needlepoint cards, but they were cardboard cards, and you had yarn, and you would like do dot to dots with the yarn. I think we had stuff like that. That was a long time ago. Whew, that was reaching back. And the old brain. But we didn't draw or paint or anything like that, but she did have stuff for us. I think she made like scavenger lists sometimes. Maybe. Like, oh, we used to play like the license plate games in the car. We would agonize the truck drivers and make them blow their horns a lot. That was on like cross-country trips or long trips. Like to Yellowstone and stuff. We would always stop in the afternoon to get ice cream. And I remember her always, the night before we would go on a big trip, like to Yellowstone, or if we were going to see my grandmother in Ohio or whatever, she would make potato salad. And it took her like, usually she would start the potatoes like Thursday, because she worked during the day. So she would start the potatoes on Thursday, and then she would do the rest of it Friday after the potatoes had cooled a lot. Oh, she had the best potato salad. I miss her potato salad. It's not Southern potato salad, that's for sure. I like Southern, but I like my mom's better. Okay, now I think I'm going to put this in this one. Unless I put a pocket on this, I might just remind me to attach it to a pocket here, because I didn't leave room for pockets here. Oh, you know what? I found this washi tape here. It's a skeleton. Can that be added? Not really. There's no room. Let's see. Oh, yes. We must have a skeleton or two. That might help some of the stuff going over the folds. Oh, I like that. What happened here? Oh, my book's going kablooey. It's going to be touch and go if it makes it, till I can get the cover on it correctly. But I'm thinking I'm going to take yellow, kind of adds, because there's still a little bit of yellow in some of these papers, but not in all of them. So I got to put some yellow back in some of these. I just wanted it to be just kind of like, ooh, I see. What do I see? I see yellow. Just hints of yellow. Okay, then I think I'm going to take this and add shadows. Just outlines. I don't think I'm going to get them wet. And they're very sloppy, purposely. You really can't even see it. You can on this one. Gaynor Paddle had her video. She just has her videos on Thursday mornings. At least that's when they're published. She went to Malta. Oh, that's on a bucket list too. That's where the Maltese dogs came from, Malta. But she's doing a lot of the color of the stucco on the buildings, and they have a lot of prickly pear cactus, which I was amazed at. I love this. It's just kind of out there, but that's okay. It's pagan. So now we're going back to 14. It's library. I have some stuff cut out specifically for that too. I think I'm going to leave that there till it really dries because it's having a fold problem right there. I love this. This screams pagan. It's dark, it's gloomy, it's gross. It's evil. Okay. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. I will see you all. Gosh, tomorrow is Saturday. You know what? I have not used one single one of these. That's crazy. No, I did use one, didn't I? Was this black and white one? Maybe not. Oh, I could have used this one for Will. Oh, wow, I could have. Huh. Well, I can't redo them. I guess that was Will. No, that was Love. This is Will. I like the blue better. Okay. No second guessing. Thanks for watching. See you all tomorrow. You dry. Really good, okay? Ugh, gross. Ugh. See you tomorrow. Bye.